Hey folks, welcome back. It's the Big Barn Build. Today is one of the most exciting days in a long time because we're going to get some paint on the walls, some new toys to play with, but first up, loads of prep. So stick around, let's get stuck in. Right, so Joe is on prep duty, getting the window frame masks up. We've got some masking drape that we can tape to that tape. So that will mean that all that glazing can just stay covered for now and hopefully still let in enough natural light. First step is all about the mist coat. Now I also asked if we could get an extension, and this is what it sends. I think it's 750. So that should mean that we can get half of the ceiling done from floor level, which is a bit nicer than balancing around the scaffolding. So that's what that one is. Some of the cleaner, lubricator stuff, and there's a tip in there ready. If you haven't used an airless sprayer before, this is how it works. You've got the pickup, which is this long one here, that sits just straight into your tub of paint. And then that's the return that goes back, so you've got a constant loop. And then when you're primed, you switch it and it diverts it down the hose and off to the gun itself. So that's the beauty of it. You don't actually have to pour paint into anything. That's quite nice actually. We didn't have that on our one. That's like a little pre-filter on the way up. There's scissors for this. So if you haven't come across this stuff, this is obviously a masking film, but it's statically charged, so it clings to the windows, which just helps, because if you were trying to do it with just polythene, it's always flapping around, especially if you're using a sprayer. It's quite a lot of kind of jetting of the paint, or if you were using a HVLP sprayer, there's a lot of air blowing it around, so it's quite handy for that. You still want to tape down the edges. Yeah, I can. Right, I've just read the instructions. I wasn't going to, but it wants me to flush it through water first, but that might be because it's new. So maybe once I've got the grips of it, I'll do a full video on this machine. For now, that's quite a tall bucket. Good. So that's all primed for the paint. Final thing to do is to clear the water that's in the pipe or the hose back into our dirty bucket. Before we do that. Okay, so all this is just straightforward extension. Now the one thing I noticed when using this on my gun, I bought a shorter one of these, is that when you get to the end of the gun, or end of a run, and you let go of the trigger, this still has paint under pressure in it. So you still have a bit of a squirt at the end. So you really need to come off where you're spraying and finish up on somewhere where you don't care. Alright, so here we go. Because that's a bit of test on there. Pretty good. It seems to shut off quite quick actually, there's only a little bit of spatter at the end. We didn't use too much paint so far, we haven't run out. Not a huge amount in the air. Load of crud and dust on top of that steel, on top of the bottom flange. But obviously it fell down, so it's not like if it was on a wall it would have been a nightmare. But it's okay. It's quite hard to keep a constant 12 inches when you're going up. But hey, we'll see. I feel like I should just do that wall now. Why not? Most of it's covered by cupboards. Where are we going to start? Here. It's going on okay actually. I was worried a little bit, but it soon picks up and dries. So we've got a 50% overlap on each time. The spray pattern's fine. I think the pressure's high enough. The paint's lasting, but it's getting a little bit dusty in here now. So I'm going to put a mask on, even though it's only emulsion, but it's or a contract matte. Transformed. Okay, we don't even know what we're going to do on the walls yet. I know Joe wants wallpaper in certain places. We haven't picked up the colour, but we definitely want to get the ceiling in, and then we can start on the units. I've just done the pantry. Definitely should have taken the extension pole off, but it's okay. You just need to watch behind you where the hose is, but that's all mist coated in here now. Again, like nearly all of this is covered in units, but for the sake of a couple of quid of paint, it's nice to start with a blank canvas. Well, these walls will be painted, but there's a whole bank of units along here. But there's just, and here, full height bladders, but I think you're just a bit stingy and frugal if you're gonna save that on paint there. It's not like the finished coat, we're just mist coating, so. All right, it's going okay. I've got about 5 minutes. Might see if I can get that bit done. So I managed to sell the old dumper, so I've got to go and load that. Here we are, it's the next morning, come for my verdict. This is the second coat I put on, so mist coat and 2 coats. I did it about 11:30 last night. It's just the hardest lighting for it, and obviously the slope doesn't help. On the whole, I think it's pretty good, but I don't ever want to do it again anytime soon, so I don't want to have to mask up windows and things like that. So I think it is worth us putting a 3rd coat on there. It might give us a more durable finish as well, and less chance of any streaks. I don't think this has dropped because of the weight of the spray on the plastic, so I need to re-mask that. Obviously the walls are just staying as they are now. But yeah, I can't tell, it's hard because it might be the light. What I don't want is for it to look great now, and then me take down all the masking at the windows, let a load of natural light in this afternoon, and just see, you know, patchiness. So we're gonna commit, I think, to taking down the masking now. We've done a mist coat, well I've actually done 3 full coats now. Thing is, we've got very little directional light in here until really late in the evening anyway. I'm a big fan of spraying, and I think, you know, this proves that. This is an ideal opportunity to use a sprayer because we're mist coating the whole thing. We've had 3 full coats on the ceiling now, and we've got a really nice flawless finish. But there are downsides, and one of the downsides is that touch-ups are harder because, of course, a spray finish leaves such a fine, flawless, smooth finish that if you were to just go in with a brush or a small roller after, it's quite difficult to match that. And you can get away with it with a really flat mat like this. However, if you do need to do a substantial touch-up, especially if you've got any sheen to your paint, it's not as easy. On the walls, for example, when we get to them, we may end up rolling our last coat, which basically can still be spray applied, but we'll just run the roller over, and that just gives it the same slightly textured roller surface so that you could come in and touch up in the future. Now, of course, the other challenge we've got is all the lighting in here. Lighting will show up any imperfections, but we've also got to find out where the lights are. Now, the way James has done it, our electrician, is he's put all the spots in, all the wiring that he wanted us to board over, and then he has mapped it all out. He knows exactly where all those are, so he can laser through again. He'll core the plasterboard and fish through the cables, and hopefully the cables are where he left them, and he's got a correct mapping that he can measure off as needs be and find exactly where they are. That's one way to do it. Of course, the other way is to draw them all beforehand, but I think, even though we've done both ways in the past, I think you get a better skin with this because you can just treat it as one flat surface. Everything else come through after. The only things that are pulled through now, a pendant above the island and heat alarms, smoke alarms, things like that, where it's just a cable coming through. We've done that, and of course our MPH light. Right, we're 3 days on now. Everything is definitely dry and definitely gone super flat. Really impressed with the finish. Very, very difficult in any light to tell if we've done 100% coverage on the ceiling, but over those, the mist coat plus 3, I think it's pretty good now. But I'd say that is a pretty good flat finish. Mist coat plus 3, we're not going to get much better than that. And it was a damn sight easier than using a roller. We've only got 1 mist coat on the wall, but even that, the finish on that is incredible. So we'll be deciding on colours this week. Hope you enjoyed that. That was our first look at using the sprayer. I'll put a link down to all the details of the sprayer and the unit we used down below. And we'll be using this for a lot more over the coming weeks. And then we've also got another unit for when we come to do trim and doors and things like that. Anyway, nice to be doing something different for once. I'll leave it there. Thank you for watching. Remember, if you can, do it yourself.
See you next time.